Hi there, Lisa Arana here, and welcome to another Assemble This video. Today's card is all about creating this fun rainbow alcohol ink background on regular cardstock, which is just perfect for a birthday card. I'm featuring the cute images from the Happy Birthday to You stamp set, plus the sentiment from Hugs, Kisses, and Birthday Wishes, both by Unity Stamp Company. We're going to start out by creating our background. I just have some regular Nina cardstock, and then I also have a Tim Holtz or Ranger alcohol ink blending tool. This is the square tool which has felt as the blending instrument, and I'm just creating a line of all my alcohol inks. I have a mixture of regular and pearl inks, and I'm just creating them in a rainbow effect, just going with the Roy G. Biv kind of general order and just creating a line on that alcohol ink felt and then adding a bit of blending solution over the top, and then I'm just dragging it across the cardstock. And I'm just lining it up, just making sure it overlaps a little bit. With cardstock, it will absorb the alcohol ink a lot more than Yupo paper. So you can do this effect with either papers, but you will notice that you have to use a lot more alcohol ink with cardstock. So I'm just reloading here with a little bit more ink just so I can finish covering the bottom or the entire sheet of cardstock that I have here. Another option might be photo paper. I know a lot of people get great results with that. It's a little bit cheaper than Yupo paper, but I just wanted to show that you can do this with regular cardstock as well. It's just going to use a little bit more alcohol ink. So I'm just reloading, making sure I shake those pearl inks really well. They have mica in them. That's what makes them shiny, but they do settle towards the bottom. So shake them really well and make sure there's nothing settled at the bottom before you use them. Add a little bit more blending solution and then continue on your way with creating your background. I just love how these created the perfect little lines in a rainbow pattern. So now that we've created our background, I did die cut it down using a square stitched rectangle. So it fits perfectly in my black scalloped rectangle that I have already adhered to my card front. And I'm just going to glue that down straight just because I'm limiting layers just in case I want to mail this card out. So that's perfect. And then next I'm going to do a bit of stamping with that birthday cake and sentiment. So I'm using my embossing buddy. Just creating a surface that is anti-static so when I use embossing powder in just a minute. So I have my cardstock prepped. I'm going to use my stamp here and put it in my little mini Misty. A little trick I like to use when I'm stamping white images on black cardstock, I'll use a white pigment ink. This I'm using Colorbox ink, but you can also use Gina K pigment white ink. Both are amazing. I love both formulas and I interchange them all the time. And I'm just going to ink up my stamp really well and use my Misty to stamp it down just to make sure I get a nice solid image. And I'm using the heel of my hand to kind of create a nice image of that stamp. And it only took one time, so that's perfect. And now I'm going to grab my white embossing powder, and since pigment ink stays wet for a lot longer, it's going to grab that embossing powder really easily. Just going to tap off the excess since we prepped it with the embossing buddy or any type of a powder to help keep the static down. And then I embossed it with my heat tool. And then I fussy cut it out, just a nice little border around that image, and then glued it directly down onto my card front with some foam adhesive. I like the way that pops against the background, just creates a little bit dimension. And then I also did the same exact thing with my sentiment from Hugs, Kisses, and Birthday Wishes, and popped that up as well. So here is our finished card with that rainbow background and just a little bit of shine from the pearl alcohol inks just creates so much interest. I just love that amazing rainbow background and the fabulous birthday cake image popped up on the front. This card is so perfect for anyone of any age. It's just a great one to keep in your stash. I'll have all the supplies linked up below in the description, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you have a question or sweet comment, post below. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!